Hello, Jazzy fam. Hope you guys are doing well. I can't complain. I'm good. Complaining don't get you anywhere anyways. So I want to come and make a response to a question I got on a video in regards to my home ownership, hitting that 2-year mark. And I'm long overdue for this because I was supposed to make a couple days ago. Something happened, but look, I'm here. I'm getting it done. Understand, I'm not a professional of some sort. I'm just a young lady who decided to purchase a house at 29. I'm 31 now. Purchased my first home at 29, and I went through the whole entire process by myself. When I say by myself. Throughout the process, there was my sister, let me go back. The day I went house shopping, one of the days I went, which was my final day of going, looking at houses or whatever, I did go with my sister and her best friend, which is my play sister. And I think my niece went with rewind. And if I can go back and do it all over again, these are the things that I wish I would have really known, is this right here. For one, take your time. Do not rush this process. This is a big deal. Even if it's a starter home or forever home, it's still a big purchase, a very big purchase. So you want to take your time. So that's the first thing I would say. Take your time. Next thing is also, with taking your time, save. Not just saving for down payment or closing costs. Also save for miscellaneous things like, you move into your first home, you don't want to buy stuff. Let's just be real. You don't want to buy sheets, comforter set, like decoration. You don't want to buy stuff. That takes money. So you're going to want to have that extra money if you want to do things like paint or something like that. Because most houses, unless you brand new, so everything's already exactly how you want it, you're going to probably have to paint. So that leads into the next thing. Be realistic as to what you're getting yourself into. Like I said, unless you're buying brand new, when I say brand new, you build it from ground up. So it's exactly how you want it to be. You picked out everything. Other than that, you probably going to have to paint. Because let me tell you, the houses I looked at, I don't know what people be smoking on. To paint their house certain colors, paint rooms certain colors. I'm just like, look, if you're gonna sell it, at least paint in a neutral color. Nobody wants blue, baby blue. Like, nobody wants this ugly green. Nobody wants. I've seen some colors, y'all, and so you have to keep an open mind. Also, keep an open mind with this process. First thing I would tell anybody, and when people ask me my advice, I always ask them this: is this a starter home or a forever home? What do I mean by that is this a home where it's like you plan on being there for like 5 to 7 years or 7 years or less, then to me, in my mind, it's a starter home. If you plan on being there 10 or more years, it's more so like on the side of being a forever home, even though 10 years, not really that long or whatever. It's still, in my eyes, you want to put more thought into it if you're going to be in the house for 10 years. That's just my personal opinion. So I can only speak on a person who's looking for a starter home, because that's what I was looking for, is a starter home. With that being said, the next thing you need to really consider and really think deep on is this. Once you get your pre-approval and stuff, rule number one, just because they pre-approve you, I'm just going to throw numbers out there. Just because they pre-approve you for $200,000 don't mean you need to go out there and get a $200,000 house. You better pull up that mortgage calculator on Google, put in $200,000, put in what the current interest rate is, and kind of play with those numbers and see, because your interest rate, depending on your credit, may be higher than that or whatever. And I apologize about the whatevers. I'm working on it. So play with that and see a $200,000 house. What my mortgage payment gonna be looking like? Also, with this, something that a lot of people probably won't tell you is this. Just because they say, oh, your mortgage amount will be this, understand your principal and interest may not change over the life of that loan, but your insurance and your property taxes can increase or decrease. I started out at one payment. I am $20 higher now because I don't know if it was my insurance or my property tax. I should keep up with this stuff, but I haven't. Don't judge me. So be mindful of that. So just because you're pre-approved for a certain amount, you need to figure out how much are you comfortable paying. Please don't be house rich. I think it's house rich. Is that how the saying goes? Where freaking all your money is going to your house. You can't even do anything else because you stuck paying your bills as far as your utilities and your mortgage. And that's pretty much all you can do because you wanted to put all this money into a house. For what? So think about that. So once you get a number in your head, once you get a number in your head of what you're comfortable with, that's when you want to go ahead and go to, whether your realtor is helping you. Also, make sure you pick a good realtor. Do your research before you sign that document stating that you're going to be working with them, because don't let anybody force you into that, honey, because they can charge you a fee if you decide you don't want to work with them anymore. So be careful with that. And if you get one that try to push you, I need you to sign this, like, whoa, slow your roll, homie, slow your roll. So I would say, look, take advantage of these sites, Zillow, Realtor.com. I can't think of the rest of them, but all these different sites where you can look at, the local market or whatever. Take advantage of that before you, sign any documents with any realtor for them to help you. And also do your research on that realtor because that's very important. I don't have anything like bad to say in regards to him. The only thing I would say is I didn't get my HGTV experience at all. I feel like he did send me a website where I was able to see properties that wasn't listed on Zillow and all those other sites. So that did help me out. However, I was more so like, here's my list of haves, must-haves, and all these things. Now you bring me a list of houses you want to show me. That's what I wanted. That's not what I got. But, so if you want that experience, you need to be very open and very vocal with your realtor, because at the end of the day, they are working for you. You're paying them, okay? They gonna get that fat check when they close on the house. Therefore, make them work. Make them work for that money, honey, okay? Okay. Sorry, realtors out there, but yes, you need to work for those thousands that you're gonna be getting at the end of this closing deal, okay? Stop playing. So make them work. Don't be out there like me searching for everything. No, make them work. So I would say once you have your budget or where you want to stay and you start looking at houses, try to stay within your budget, which leads again to me saying be realistic with it as well. So you can't sit here and say, I want X, Y, Z, and then you see that you can't get X, Y, Z for this particular budget. So now you got to come down and be like, okay, so with this budget, what is it that I can get? First off, what is it that I want? With my budget, what is it that I might have to say, this is not that important, which leads into must-haves versus would like to have. And a perfect example that I can give you from me, a must-have where I ain't buying no house. I don't care if the house was $50,000. Matter of fact, I don't care if the house was free. I ain't getting no house that has only one bathroom. Why? Is because I know that I'm not gonna want to add on, because for me it's just a starter home, so I know I'm not gonna want to add on in that type of way of adding another bathroom. And me personally, when I do have guests over, which is not often, but when I do have guests over, I don't like people using my bathroom. Ugh. I don't like to share a bathroom at all. Like, I'm so strict on that. When my significant other comes over and spend the night, he never even used my bathroom. He barely ever even been in there. Like, I really legit, I don't like to share a bathroom. I grew up sharing a bathroom, and I always said when I buy a house, I would never share a bathroom ever again with anyone, not even my husband. Like, we would have our own separate bathrooms. And that was a must have. Like, I wasn't going to budge on that whatsoever. And then I would like to have was walk-in closet. It would have been nice to have walk-in closets. Does my house have walk-in closets now? Yeah, you walk in, all right. No, I do not. But it wasn't a deal breaker. I wasn't going to sit there and say, oh, this is a great deal. I like everything else. But I don't have walk-in closets. I don't want it. The walls, like the bedroom and bathrooms, was a color that I didn't like. I wasn't going to let that be a deal breaker. Be like, oh my God, I didn't want to paint. I knew I wasn't going to paint. But I knew that I'm not going to let that be a deal breaker. So be realistic is in like what's a deal breaker and what shouldn't really be a deal breaker. Getting everything you want in the house should be something that you aim for. This is my personal opinion. It's something you should aim for if it's your forever home. If it's your forever home, yes, you need to check off everything. But at the same time, if it's your forever home, you need to have your forever plan, budget, and everything intact. Like, you shouldn't be out. This is my personal opinion. You shouldn't be out here buying your forever home if your money ain't right to get everything that you want. That's just my personal opinion. That means you ain't ready to buy a home. My personal opinion. That's why you might want to start with a starter home. A starter home, to me, also means that it's not everything that you want in the house, but guess what? It's yours. Okay? You're not renting this. This is yours. You can do whatever you want to. I mean, yeah, it's technically the bank, so whatever, but I can do whatever I want to my house, because still it's mine. I'm owning it, you know. I'm not renting it. So that's the beauty of it. So the biggest thing I would say, be realistic, stick to your budget, be okay with doing cosmetic type stuff. Take somebody along with you to have that support, because like I said, I had that one day with someone with me, but other than that, I was on my own with everything. So having a great support system, whether it's friend, family member, somebody. Also, I think if you take somebody along with you who actually has been through the process, they can be a little bit more helpful than somebody who probably hasn't. But even if they haven't purchased a house before, it's still, to have that moral support is really, really good. As well as, you know, somebody who'll be like, now, you know, you're not gonna like this. Somebody that really knows you. Make sure it's somebody that really knows you as well. Maybe even somebody who knows about handy stuff, like, well, no, that roof looks like this, that roof looks like, stuff like that. If you know somebody like that, have them come along, because you don't want to. I know people like, well, why would you do that when you can get an inspection? Why would you want to go all the way up there to get an inspection that, guess what, you have to pay for? No, like, if I go with somebody who kind of know a little bit, they can kind of scope out some stuff before I even go through that process. Before I even put a bid on a house, they can put an offer in on the house. They can already be like, yeah, that looks like you probably gonna have to do this. You probably gonna have to do that. So if you know a handy person who's into all that stuff, take them along with you. Take them along with you. But for the most part, just be realistic. Don't rush it. Take your time and be open-minded, and which leads into being realistic or whatever. If you ain't out here trying to buy your forever home, then be okay with not getting everything on your list. Also, prioritize that list, meaning what's really most important to you and what's not. Having a pool, you can't even swim. What you want a pool for? I'm just giving an example. Like, certain things, it's kind of like, don't let it be a deal breaker. Like with me, I live by myself and I have 3 bedrooms, small bedrooms, because I didn't want a small house starting out. So if I have 3 bedrooms, I live by myself, why would walk-in closets be a deal breaker when I could just make one of the bedrooms a closet if it was that serious to me, right? hopefully you guys can read into that, meaning don't allow certain things that really shouldn't be a deal breaker be a deal breaker. Don't be out here buying a house for status. Don't be out here buying a house so you can say, look at what I got. Don't do it. Don't be out here buying a house to please somebody else. To be like, and then you out here, that first hits, and you out here dishing out this money, and you like, well, dang, you know, be aware, do your research, take your time. Hopefully this video was helpful, and I'm going to wrap it up here because I will go all over the place. If you have any more questions, hopefully I can be of help and I can answer it the best that I possibly can. You know, I'm always here to help, you know. I think that's pretty much it that I can think of right now. If I ever think about anything else that I didn't mention in this video, 1 second. I definitely will share it with you guys. Of course I will. But for right now, I think that's it. So until next time, thank you for watching. Don't forget the thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions or if you want to say anything in regards to this video. And subscribe, you guys. Also, share it with a friend. You know, somebody who's probably in the market of buying a house. And, you know, this is more so geared towards someone who's single. When I say single, I mean, you might have a boo thing, but I'm talking about you single as in you're going into this process by yourself. And ain't nobody halving it with you or anything like this, just you by yourself. Then I would say these tips are very, very should be very helpful. Things I wish I would have known. Yeah. So, all right. Until next time, you guys. Peace, love, and blessing.